I'm back! Even though my Saint Anger review got only 15 views as of this video, anyway, this is still one of my more popular videos as of recently, along with my PlayStation 5 nostalgic update. I decided to think about my words a bit in the Saint Anger video. I said that Beyond Magnetic is better than Saint Anger. Now, while that is true, maybe true, that's half of what this video is all about. I wanted to take a listen to the entirety of Beyond Magnetic, a whole 4 songs, and just see if Beyond Magnetic is an underrated gem. First, a little history. This album came out right after Death Magnetic, Death being released in 2008, and Beyond being released in 2011. The reason for the album is because they had leftover songs from Death Magnetic, and to coincide with the band's 30th year anniversary, they decided to release it out to their dedicated fans. Now that we know the history, let's take a dive into their forgotten album. This is Beyond Magnetic. So as you can see by this massive collection of Metallica stuff, CDs, VHSs, a book, and we can't forget about the records. As you can see down here, down at the bottom area between Death Magnetic and Hardwired, I don't have a physical copy of Beyond Magnetic, and I don't have an LP either. But I can easily find the pics off of Google, and it just happened I found a guy trying to sell it on eBay. And this is the pic, and it's a good one. As we can see by it, the logo on the front and the CD is bland, yes, but it seems like a nice callback to the Black album, their most popular album, of course. And I'm not the biggest fan, but you know what? It's still a good album. The back is cool too, though I do wish they showed off a pic of like Cliff, Dave, Jason, the other members of Metallica, because this is the 30th year anniversary thing. But it's still a cool shot of the current members. Like I said, it's bland. Wish they called back the previous members. Maybe they did. I do not know. I don't have a physical copy. I wish I did, so I could, judge it like that. But we're not here just for the CD case alone. No. We're here for the songs. Hate in the train! The start is an amazing opener. It feels like they knew exactly just how to continue from Death Magnetic, even though it pretty much is. The breakdown part leading into the chorus really gives me chills. James's vocals are still as amazing as they always are. The guitar in this song is played amazingly by both James and Kirk. This is a much better start, continuation of what was brought in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Lars is also amazing here on the drums. Everything flows perfectly. Once again, it's hard to hear the bass, but that's to be expected. I'm listening to these songs with no headphones, so I'm not getting the full raw dick energy of everything. The solo near the end, before another breakdown, sounds like a train running past you. Rage! Oh, and the ending. When the chorus vocals are paired with the instruments that played during most of the song, it's just perfect. This is how All Within My Hands should have played out, but as you know, it failed, and yeah, 10 out of 10. Just a bullet away! So you guys out there probably don't know this, but Just a Bullet Away was the first song I heard on this album back in 2018. I think I remembered liking it, but is it still as good as I remembered? Well, to start with a hi-hat count is a bit obnoxious. Sounds like they just took a microphone and just raw dogged it. It sounds not good. The amp buzz is fine if you do it in a live show, but in a studio album, I don't like it. It sounds like it's just gonna fucking ring out your headphones or bust speakers in a car. It's just not gonna be that good. The intro also feels like it drags a bit. We're back to Metallica dragging out the intro, even though it doesn't need to. But the guitar afterwards is nice. It has a nice momentum to it. And if you focus in on the drums, it gets a bit repetitive because I get it, drums are supposed to, keep like a consistent tempo, and sometimes they keep it going for a longer. But these just sound repetitive. And when James comes in, it sounds fine until it just sounds like he starts speaking gibberish.
Our reflections look the same in the shine of the midnight revolver.
And the part where he says,
Suck on the barrel, suck on the barrel, suck until it's gone dry.
it's just, I can't even describe it. And trying to understand the lyrics, it sounds like James is one to Kurt Cobain himself. And listening further in, yes, it really does sound like that. In today's modern age, like I said, with some of the Saint Anger stuff, no. Past the halfway mark, the song just cuts off.
Stop the voices in my head.
And then it comes back like nothing happened. The guitar solo was just yeah, the guitar solo there afterwards, it just sounds like it's trying to be Orion. But as you can tell by those two sound clips, it sounds worse. And at the end of this, Lars' love for the snare drum really fucking comes out. And before going back into the normal chords, Kirk does this guitar screech. And after that, the song just goes back to how it sounded earlier, before that just weird change. At the end, it just cuts, leaving us with the sound of the amp ringing. Yeah, this is not as good as I remembered it. It's not good. 4 out of 10.
I will run straight to hell and back.
Now this is how you start a song. This song has a nice, soothing opening before going into the Metallica we expect. And it slows down again, but it actually sounds good here. The song also gives me chills. From what it sounds like, it's another introvert type song, like we saw on Saint Anger. This time, it includes depression, however, and not, being looked down upon. And I actually see myself with this song. When I have friends over doing like SMC or SMC play stuff, I have an amazing time, but
After everyone goes home, and I'm left here on my own.
I'm just left sitting in my room with all my thoughts. Some of them can be nice, like video ideas like this, for example. And some of them not, though. Let's be real. Some of my thoughts are not. Anyway, back to the song, shall we? The song fades and leads into a perfect transition to the next half of the song. The build up to the solo, then the cut where James says, "What else but yeah?" Then bangs into the solo. Goosebumps, man. Please listen to this when you can. Everything in this song I consider an amazing addition. Hell, it's better than most of the stuff on Death Magnetic. The guitar grumble at the end is so smooth as well. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10.
Rebel of Babylon.
Alright, we are already at the last song. Is it any good? Well, I'd say it's pretty good. It's a nice slow pace. James is the only one playing / singing for a bit. It's a nice guitar vocal thing. And then Kirk joins in very well. The drums do have a sudden kick in. It ruins the moment, extremely ruins the moment. But at least it's not as bad as some other songs in the past, at least. The song picks up in pace and it actually becomes better. When a song actually starts slow and becomes amazing, it's just awesome, especially since it's the era of Metallica where they just did this a lot. Most of the time, it sounds bad, though, in the past. But this is just awesome. The solo where the drums slow down and the guitar keeps playing the pace is perfect. I really need to do a video on why Lars is not a bad drummer. But that's probably already been done before. I know it's fine to pick on the short Danish man, But really listen to the studio albums, people. Speaking of Lars, though, there is a breakdown where the drums take center stage, and damn are they amazing. The perfect roll-in and the lead-up to the guitar's return, then both their lead-up to James returning with vocals are fluent. Near the ending is where everyone plays fluently again, even though they've played fluently for the entire song after the sudden banging with the drums. And everything just comes to a satisfying close. I just wish the drums didn't slam their face in at the beginning. 8 out of 10.
Still I stand.
And that was all the songs and all my rankings. With there only being like 4 songs, like I said, the ranking's only going to be out of 40. And this album gets a 32 out of 40. That is amazing. That is an A. So do I still think this album is underrated? Fucking of course, yes. Please, if you have a physical copy and a CD player, cassette player, or record player, whatever physical copy you have it of, just whip it out and give it a listen. If you don't, then go on to like any music services. I personally use YouTube. And if you go to the Metallica YouTube channel and go into releases, then you should be able to find it easily. If you just search it up, just know that someone else has made a playlist and put like Astronomy and Vulturous in there. And if you want to know who made that playlist, I'm not going to shout them out. And by the way, the songs in the playlist weren't even uploaded by Metallica. And yes, the songs do have ads. Don't give them the time. Just go to the Metallica page and find it. You'll be able to easily find it. It's under Death Magnetic. Duh. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day. I'll see you next time for whatever my dumb little brain comes up with. Goodbye.